Can plants see? Traditionally, plants are viewed as passive, non-sensory entities, focused solely on growth and reproduction. However, recent scientific discoveries have begun to challenge this perception, revealing a world where plants interact with their environment in ways that are more complex than previously thought. This video delves into the intriguing realm of plant sensory perception, examining how plants respond to light and other environmental stimuli. Drawing on extensive gardening experience and scientific research, it aims to shed light on the sophisticated ways in which plants perceive their surroundings. Whether one is a seasoned gardener or just starting to develop a green thumb, understanding plant perception can add a new layer of appreciation for these remarkable living organisms. Let's embark on this journey of discovery, exploring the ways plants might see and interact with the world around them. The primary distinction between plant and animal senses lies in their fundamental biological structures. While animals, including humans, have a nervous system to process sensory information, plants do not. Instead, plants utilize a complex network of cellular and biochemical responses to interpret their environment. This network enables them to sense and adapt to changes, ensuring their growth and survival. One of the most vital aspects of plant perception is their ability to respond to light. Plants use light not just for photosynthesis, but also as a signal for various physiological processes. They possess photoreceptors, which are specialized proteins that absorb light and initiate a cascade of responses within the plant. These responses guide essential functions like seed germination, flowering, and even the direction of their growth. Phototropism, the movement of a plant towards or away from light, is a well-known example of plant response to light stimuli. This movement is driven by hormones that are distributed within the plant in response to light exposure, causing the plant to bend towards the light. This adaptation is crucial for plants to maximize light absorption for photosynthesis. The interaction with light also involves the perception of different wavelengths. Plants can detect various parts of the light spectrum, including red, blue, and far red light, each playing a specific role in their developmental processes. For instance, blue light influences leaf shape and stem elongation, while red light can impact flowering. Understanding plant sensory perception challenges the traditional view of plants as merely passive entities. Instead, it reveals them as active organisms that continuously interact with their environment. This interaction is not random, but a complex, evolved response system that allows plants to thrive in diverse and often challenging habitats. In essence, while plants do not see in the conventional sense, their ability to perceive and respond to light and other environmental factors demonstrates a sophisticated form of awareness crucial for their survival. This section lays the groundwork for further exploration into the remarkable ways plants sense and react to the world around them. Photoreceptors in plants are specialized proteins capable of absorbing light, enabling plants to detect and respond to the light around them. These light-sensitive proteins play a significant role in the plant's ability to adapt to its environment. The process of phototropism, where plants grow towards light, is one of the most visible manifestations of light perception. This growth response is controlled by photoreceptors that detect light direction, intensity, and wavelength. When one side of a plant receives more light than the other, a differential growth response occurs. This is due to the distribution of plant hormones like auxins, which stimulate cell elongation on the shaded side of the plant, causing it to bend towards the light. Plants have multiple types of photoreceptors, each sensitive to different light wavelengths. Blue light receptors, for example, are responsible for phototropism and opening of stomata, which are crucial for gas exchange and transpiration. Red and far red light receptors, known as phytochromes, play a vital role in regulating processes like seed germination, flowering, and shade avoidance. They can detect changes in light quality caused by neighboring plants, enabling the plant to compete effectively for sunlight. Understanding the light spectrum and how different light wavelengths affect plants is essential for optimizing growth conditions, particularly in controlled environments like greenhouses. For instance, manipulating the light spectrum can influence flowering times, plant height, leaf size, and even taste of fruits and vegetables. This interaction with light showcases how plants perceive their environment in a dynamic and nuanced manner. While they do not see images as animals do, their ability to detect and respond to light is a sophisticated form of environmental perception. It allows them to maximize light for photosynthesis, time their growth cycles, and adapt to their surroundings. This ability of plants to sense and react to light is a remarkable adaptation that highlights their complex relationship with the environment. Beyond light perception, plants have evolved to detect and react to a range of external cues, including touch, gravity, and chemical signals. The response of plants to touch, known as thigmotropism, is evident in climbing plants and vines. These plants have specialized structures that enable them to sense and grasp onto nearby supports. A classic example is the tendrils of a pea plant, which coil around objects they come into contact with, providing support for the growing plant. This touch response is not limited to climbing plants. Many others adjust their growth patterns when frequently touched or brushed. Gravitropism, or the growth of plants in response to gravity, is another fascinating aspect of plant perception. Roots exhibit positive gravitropism, growing downward into the soil, while shoots display negative gravitropism, growing upwards. This orientation allows plants to effectively anchor themselves in the soil and maximize their exposure to sunlight and air. Plants also exhibit sophisticated chemical sensing abilities. They can detect chemical signals in their environment, which can indicate the presence of predators or competing plants. For instance, some plants release chemicals when attacked by herbivores, which can serve to deter the predator or even attract predators of the herbivores. This chemical communication can also extend to other plants, warning nearby individuals of potential threats. Additionally, plants engage in allelopathy, a biological phenomenon where they release chemicals into the soil to inhibit the growth of competing plant species. This strategy allows them to conserve resources like nutrients, water, and light. These examples of plant responses to touch, gravity, and chemical stimuli reveal a level of sensory perception that goes beyond traditional understanding. They highlight the adaptability of plants to their environment, responding in ways that ensure their survival and reproductive success. While plants lack a central nervous system like animals, they employ a variety of signaling mechanisms to communicate and coordinate responses to environmental cues. One remarkable aspect of plant communication is through volatile organic compounds, VOCs, which are chemical compounds emitted by plants into the air. These VOCs can serve as signals to neighboring plants, indicating various conditions such as herbivore attack, pathogen infection, or even impending drought. When a plant detects these signals, it can activate defense mechanisms or adjust its growth patterns accordingly. Another form of communication among plants is through root exudates, which are substances released by plant roots into the surrounding soil. These exudates contain chemical signals that can influence the growth and behavior of neighboring plants. For example, some plants release allelopathic compounds through their roots to inhibit the growth of nearby competitors, thereby gaining a competitive advantage. Furthermore, plants can communicate through underground networks of fungal hyphae, known as mycorrhizal networks. These networks facilitate the exchange of nutrients and information between plants, allowing them to share resources and communicate about environmental conditions. Through these underground connections, plants can support each other, enhance their resilience to stress, and improve overall ecosystem health. The discovery of these intricate communication systems challenges the traditional view of plants as passive organisms. Instead, it underscores their active engagement with their surroundings and their ability to respond to environmental cues in dynamic and sophisticated ways. In addition to memory, learning, and decision-making, plants also demonstrate adaptive behaviors that suggest a form of problem-solving ability. Studies have shown that plants can respond creatively to novel challenges, such as finding alternative routes to access resources or adapting their growth patterns in response to obstacles. These behaviors indicate a capacity for innovation and flexibility that is essential for survival in dynamic and unpredictable environments. Furthermore, recent research has revealed intriguing parallels between the neural networks of animals and the signaling networks of plants. While plants lack neurons, they possess intricate signaling pathways that enable rapid communication between different parts of the organism. These signaling networks allow plants to integrate information from their surroundings and coordinate responses to environmental stimuli, akin to the nervous systems of animals. Moreover, the emerging field of plant neurobiology challenges traditional notions of consciousness by proposing that plants may possess a form of distributed intelligence. Rather than relying on a centralized brain, plants distribute information processing and decision-making throughout their entire organism, utilizing a network of interconnected cells and tissues. This decentralized approach to cognition raises profound questions about the nature of consciousness and the boundaries of cognitive systems in the natural world. Ultimately, The study of plant intelligence invites us to reconsider our relationship with the natural world and recognize the rich tapestry of life beyond the animal kingdom. By embracing a broader perspective on consciousness, we can deepen our understanding of the intricate web of life on Earth and cultivate a more respectful and holistic approach to our interactions with plants and the environment.